Today I want to talk to you a little bit more of a deep dive into these cars and technologies and what they do, and I'll start it off by just explaining. We're talking 3 different cars here and 3 different technologies. And the reason we do that is what we call, again, the power of choice for the small car segment, the C car segment. And what that means is there's a reason we're having all these different technologies, because obviously you got more fuel economy, less use of gasoline as you go up all the way from a gas vehicle all the way to an EV. And we think that's important to provide the customer that power of choice for many reasons. People have different lifestyles, they have different driving habits, and they have different affordability levels that they're willing to spend, or money that they're willing to spend on a car. For a hybrid electric, like the C-Max hybrid, it's basically a car that it's our 3rd generation hybrid electric technology, and it just gets better and better fuel economy. So for a customer that buys this car, they just want better fuel economy. And they don't want to change their driving habits, they just want to drive and go in the morning and not have to worry about that. What we've taken that hybrid technology, and we off of that technology we're building the plug-in hybrid. And why plug-in is important is there are customers that want to really they don't want to spend any money on gas during their short commute during the week to work or whatever, and they want to be able to charge it at work, come back, charge it at home, and not have to pay any money for gas. They don't want to use gas. However, as we'll talk later about the EV, the pure EV, there's a limitation of that. So on the weekend, when they want to go out of town and drive, out to Chicago from Detroit, they want to have a fully capable vehicle, and they don't want to have to buy 2 different vehicles. So the plug-in hybrid, or the C-Max Energy, is a family vehicle, 5-seater, that provides you that capability. So customers can drive it on electric during the week, and they drive it as a hybrid, if you will, after the charge is depleted for the weekends. Then last, but not least, is the pure EV, like this Focus Electric. So there are customers that do not have long commutes that want to not have to use gas at all. They do have to worry about how far they go, clearly, but we believe that for the range that we're providing, most customers will be able to drive, if you look at national averages, with this vehicle without having to worry too much. However, one of the capabilities that we're adding to this is, again, how fast you charge, and we'll talk about that. So the point here is really it's a power of choice. It's different technologies in the small car segment in North America. So talk about batteries for a minute, and Derek alluded to that. All of these vehicles have lithium-ion batteries of different forms and shapes. And why that's important for our next generation of these technologies is it is smaller, up to 30% smaller than nickel metal hydride, which is the common battery technology that's used in hybrids today. It's also 50% lighter, and very important, especially as you grow bigger to an EV, it's easier to package in the car, meaning you can put more energy into a smaller space in the car, and that gives you the range. So all our technology introductions are lithium-ion batteries. When you talk about the actual drivetrain, and what you see here is the Focus EV drivetrain, but that really applies to our hybrids and energy. We have about 20 years of technology development in this area at Ford, just about half an hour from here. And what we've done is we've taken everything we know, whether it's batteries, electric motors, inverters, regen brakes, DC to DC, any of the components that go into these vehicles, and spend a lot of time on making them more efficient than our prior generation, make sure they're best in class, very, less, higher efficiency than generally, 95% or more efficiency. And then also looked at what we're using in terms of energy wasted and trying to recoup as much as that. So as an example, the regenerative braking system that goes into all of these vehicles, which by the way is a common system, we're able to capture more than 95% of the energy that would be normally wasted to braking. In addition to that, we removed on the hybrid and the energy, removed all the belt accessories, reducing the loads on the engine. And we also are capturing the heat from the exhaust system, again on our hybrid and our energy vehicles, and using that to heat up the engine so that faster, so we can shut down the engine sooner, so we can drive more on electric and improve fuel economy. So all of these technologies and the seamless integration through our software and our controls, which we do that in-house, is what enables us to get some of the results that I'll be talking about. So real briefly, as Derek mentioned, our C-Max hybrid, as you can see here, will have better fuel economy, MPG, than the recently introduced Prius V. And as a multi-activity vehicle that seats 5, we think that's really critical in terms of what these customers are buying this car for. Number one purchase reason usually. When you look at our plug-in or our energy, it will have better MPGE, which is the equivalent electricity, MPG, and it'll get better MPGE than the Prius plug-in hybrid, and better overall range of about 500 or more miles than the Chevy Volt. And on the BEV, with the new measure of efficiency, MPGE, we are expected to be better than 100 miles per gallon equivalent. This vehicle we're going to be launching, and then, well, actually we started the vehicle, but we'll be launching in 19 markets as we go through the next few months here. And you can see that on the map. And then after that, we'll be open nationwide. The pricing will be $32,500, and that's after $7,500 tax incentive, federal tax incentive. And as you may be aware, there are further incentives, local incentives in some states that will take that price down further. Now, fast charging, why that's important. As Derek was mentioning earlier, you see to your right here, this is actually a running tally of how the customer is doing by driving during the day. They stop at a shopping mall, they plug in their EV for half an hour, then they go back home, they pick up the kids, and charge it for half an hour, so on and so forth. And the benefit of being able to quick charge in a small, in a short period of time is it does really give you more range. And by having a 6.6 kilowatt charger in this vehicle, we're able to charge at basically put twice the energy in the battery in the same amount of time that a Nissan Leaf does. So in summary, the power of choice really is just having these technologies at that satisfy different customer behavior, different lifestyles, we think is critical. And having it on a vehicle like this that we produce, we engineer globally, and we produce globally, makes us able to not only launch these products in North America, but being able to do it globally in the future. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Eric Keane, who's the chief engineer for this vehicle, the Focus BEV, to tell you more about it.